Hello there, good people. Hi, it's Jason here with Green Country Agroforestry. Now that the polar vortex has passed us, we need to go around and have a look and see how everything fared. Here's the Elaeagnus multiflora. It's not ready to break dormancy yet, but you do see the buds that are going to be popping here pretty soon. Down underneath it, we've got a carpet of purple dead nettle that seems to be completely and totally unaffected by the below freezing temperatures. We had temperatures down into the teens, and I think we may have dropped into the negatives in Fahrenheit, just a little bit. Oh, what is this that I see down here? That's a little wild geranium. If you see these is a wild geranium. Makes a little tiny white to purplish flower, maybe slightly pinkish flower. Of course, there is some Lamium amplexicable, the henbit dead nettle, contrasted with the purple dead nettle. Hang on, where is this guy? There he is, with the more fuzzy leaves. That's the purple dead nettle. All right. All of those are edible, by the way. Over here, let's have a look. I removed the top from the old in-place worm bin, so you can see the progress there. Just big mound of dirt that we made there. Soil, sorry, not dirt. My apologies, soil. Oh, don't get offended. Here we have Tradesca spiderwort. It seems to have taken some damage, but I bet down here at the base, close to the ground, it's still living. This one looks like it's still good. So they can take some abuse. There's some Stellara media, chickweed, again, edible. That survived close to the ground, froze solid. Down here, also, once again, close to the ground, I have got peppermint. And the extremities did take some damage. You can see right there that the rest of the plant is doing just fine. So that's good. We have peppermint that survived. There's some damage to the curly dock here. You see some of the leaves got damaged, but the rest of them close to the base, those are doing okay. So curly dock, that's still good. That's still growing, still healthy. Curly dock survived. Curly dock is also edible. This row here, we've been doing mostly soil building in over this past season. It's the part that was inverted whenever they needed to bring the new water main through. This is the very edge of the city of Tulsa, and this is where the very end of their water service comes to. So they had to cut through this section of the front yard to put in a new line. Hopefully they won't need to do it again for another 50 or 60 years. But we have no intention of having anything permanent in this area here. So it's just going to be shallow rooted annuals and perennials that can be picked up and relocated at any time that work needs to be done on this easement here. That's about all there is to it. But at the moment, we're just working on trying to build the soil back. So we planted a lot of daikon radish, some buckwheat, a few other things to try to improve the soil. It's done good so far, but I'm looking at the daikons, and although they are cold hardy, they're not that cold hardy. Oh, here's that monster daikon. Remember the really big one? Well, that's gone. That's definitely gone. But you see how it goes down deep into the ground there. It's going to go ahead and rot down and feed the soil, which is what we planted these for in the first place. We want these daikon radishes to have those deep roots, deep tap roots, go down into the soil, die off, rot down, and become food for the bacteria, for the earthworms, and for everything else that's going to be responsible for taking this clay and turning it back into healthy topsoil. So that is just fine. Okay, more geranium, more Lamium amplexicable, more Lamium purpurea. My apologies, I can't remember what the proper name for a geranium is off the top of my head. Got some more peppermint right there. Source of menthol, one of your more common antiseptic herbs. Don't use it by itself. Combine it with other antiseptics for best results. Always consult your physician. Don't take the advice of some guy off the internet. All right, this one here is a persimmon. Asian persimmon, nice, flexible, survived the freeze well, I think. We'll see. Over here, this is interesting. This is the north side of this bank, but that's an alfalfa. At this stage, it kind of looks like a clover, but you know how each one of these leaves is separated by its own by an independent stem. This one's an alfalfa. It survived, but once again, the tall parts died off. So what have we learned? Ooh, this is kind of cool too. Have a look at this. Okay, things that also resisted the frost. Here we've got our yarrow. The yarrow is good. The yarrow is in good shape. Of course, radish here didn't make it. But this is interesting. That's a blackberry. It's a blackberry cane right there. Look at that. Healthy. And it's lying flat against the ground. And that's kind of a hint. All right, now that we've had an opportunity to have a look at the lessons of nature, it's time to contemplate what we've seen. Whenever we've got these seasons that come along, and sometimes they're more harsh than others. Sometimes it's more harsh heat, sometimes it's more harsh cold, but the seasons come and they go, they rise and they fall. Whenever these things happen, you're going to have situations where things like these plants are going to suffer from frost damage. We learn from the plants that survive maybe what we want to have growing in our winter garden for better success. We want to spread more of that sort of thing for the winter garden, but there's other lessons to be learned as well. For example, we see the thing that holds itself up high, right? Whenever the seasons change, they're brought down low. And this is the plants that frosted over at the tops, or whenever we have ice storms that coat the trees so that their limbs are shed or their tops break off. The high and mighty are brought low. But whatever it is that stays close to being grounded, staying close to level on the ground, having humility, that's what survives. So I guess you could say the meek will inherit the earth, and you can take some comfort that that's built into the natural design. Hey, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it informative or entertaining. If you did, you know what to do. I will catch you later. Until then, get out there and get